You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
They going for it. They are trying to throw the N-word mom into prison. This place, Minnesota, over here, they're not arresting anybody except for this woman who said a dastardly deed words. Now she's got to be arrested. A few weeks ago, there was a Somali man, probably not even here legally, but he was at a park. He tried to kidnap a little boy and F him, and Minnesota let him go. Like, oh yeah, well, come on, arresting him would be racist. But that chick who said that word, that's racism. They want to throw her in jail for 90 days. So, a dude who just tried to kidnap and F a kid, 0 days arrested. Mom over here, who upset a bunch of weirdos online, 90 days. 90 days for disorderly conduct. Minnesota mom who hurled a racial slur at an autistic 5-year-old Somali. By the way, you guys keep telling me that he's autistic. You go, oh, he's super autistic. So the super autistic 5-year-old was at the park. Where were his parents at? Because the guy who recorded this wasn't the dad. So leaving, again, a 5-year-old severely autistic child at the park unattended, not a problem. But she said a word and it upset people, so now she got to go to prison for 90 days. Minnesota mom who hurled a racial slur at an autistic 5-year-old child on a playground and raised money from supporters after a clip of the incident went viral will be slapped with charges in connection to the incident months later. Shiloh over here, Rochester, will be charged on 3 counts of disorderly conduct, which carries a maximum sentence of 90 days and or a $1,000 fine. 90 days. They don't arrest anybody here. And certainly not for disorderly conduct. You have gangs of future engineers and scientists, youths from Somalia. They got ATVs, they got dirt bikes. They are going up and down all the lanes of traffic, effing everything up. None of them get arrested. That's not disorderly conduct, guys. Yeah, no. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, that's all right. You got smash and grabs. Over here, they're coordinating smash and grabs on TikTok, and they busting out 7-Elevens. No, that's not disorderly conduct. No. She said a word. Right. People are going to be like, hey, how could you arrest her for saying a word? Well, if you say a word to somebody that is going to wind them up, it's going to generate them to get violent, right? Then you causing them to get violent, again, nobody's ever been charged for this. Nobody has ever been charged for this. It goes way back to fighting words. Them's fighting words, right? Them's fighting words somehow circumvent the First Amendment. Them's fighting words. And so that's what they're saying. They're saying, well, her saying that slur would make any reasonable person go to violence. And therefore, it's essentially violence, even though it's a word and it should be protected under the First Amendment. But anyway, by the way, the disorderly conduct for which you are charging her, again, not a bird lawyer over here, but it didn't agitate that guy to violence, by the way. He seemed fine with it. He was like, I'm going to ruin your life. Say it again so I can ruin your life. He seemed totally fine. And again, the autistic kid, did the autistic kid even hear it? Was she saying it? Again, the kid's got autism, so he ain't paying attention to anybody around him. That's the whole point of autism. So, no, she said a word, and it upset a bunch of people on the internet. It upset a bunch of people who weren't there. And by the way, the whole thing starts off with her being robbed. So imagine this. In Minnesota, they're saying, if you get robbed, you better watch your mouth. Because if it hurts other people's feelings in other states on the internet, then we'll arrest you for disorderly conduct. That doesn't make any sense. That's completely untenable. But again, no, they got to punish her. She said a word that undermines the power structure of the woke left and fragile black people. And so now she must be punished because that word needs to maintain its protected status amongst people based on their skin color to use as cudgels against people of another skin color. This is all dumb. It's a fucking word. Get over yourselves. You're going to throw a woman in prison over a word. She was wrong. They kid tried to steal her shit, man. And she got upset. And she said a word. And now she's going to go to prison. You can't build off of that. There's no foundation for a world-class, first-class civilization. If you're going to be, that's operating off of feelings. That's all feelings. That's all based off of feelings. And go fuck your feelings. But they're going to try to throw her in prison. She'll be the only person to get 90 days. Go back and look at all the records. Going back to the 1400s over here. Right, it's Minnesota. It's been around forever. Go find some ancient Indian scratches into rocks. You will not find anybody being thrown in prison for 90 days for disorderly conduct. Except for this woman right here. Again, because she undermined a key principle of leftism, and that's their power through Marxism. And she said the unspeakable word, and instead of having her life ruined for it, she raised $1 million because people are done with people's lives getting ruined over stupid shit like this. And that's why she's going to be punished. She's being punished for showing that it is over for the left and their woke nonsense. That's why she's being punished, not for disorderly conduct. No. Don't be stupid. No. She's a threat to lefty power structure, so she must be punished. All right, guys. Thanks so much for what? Are you going to separate that kid from his mom? Huh? Now you're fine with separating kids from mom. She said a word. She was robbed. She said a word, and now she's going to get separated from her kid. I thought you guys were against that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. Support channel. Kept up to date with the N-word mom. Hit that subscribe button and make way because the salt must flow.